Hey, Shalom Yasharallah, which means peace, Israel. I'd like to start off by giving our praises and honor and our glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Akakwadash, Yahweh. That's the true and powerful mighty name of who the word ignorantly calls God, Jehovah Yahweh or Ahaya. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai, that's the true and powerful mighty name of who the word ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yeshua, Yeshua, or Yeshaya. And the Rahakwadash is the Holy Spirit according to the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongue. I would like to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who have learned the truth of the Bible from. And peace, blessings, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect and to you believers and listeners out there that came back into the faith and obedience of Yahweh Bashem Shai. Much love and respect unto you, brothers, pushing this gospel in sincerity and truth, risking your lives of freedom now more so than ever. May Yahweh Bashem Shai continue to bless you and your households. I'm the brother Yawam, coming back at you with another lesson, Lord willing, is edifying to the Lord's elect. And got this article pulled up and just, blowing the trumpet, all right, showing the importance on, the law of adultery and, not being around another man's woman, man, because all it breeds is nothing but confusion, okay, and, it's just wrong at the end of the day, okay. So let's go into it. You slept with my wife. Man murdered soldier brother when confronted about affair with victim's spouse while he was deployed overseas, cop says. And a lot of these women are trifling, man. All right, so let's get into it. A man having an affair with the wife of his brother who was deployed overseas at the time murdered him after being confronted about it, cops say. Boy, and that's crazy. You was in the wrong and you put the man to death. Okay, but according to the scriptures of which I'm about to grab, the woman and that man, okay, they both should have been put to death. But police in Iowa have arrested Kyle Andrew Kulak, 39, after 2 years on the lam. Police in Houston says he killed his younger brother in 2022. A resident of Pomeroy, a tiny town in the northeast part of the Hawkeye State, some 1,000 miles away from the murder scene called the Calhoun County Sheriff's Office around 7:14 a.m. and said Kulak admitted to the people in the home that he killed his own brother. They asked him to leave and he began walking south toward Fort Dodge. A deputy found the suspect walking along Highway 4 and took him to custody. At first, Kulak allegedly gave the deputy a fake name, but eventually admitted his true identity. Cops confirmed he had a warrant for his arrest for the March 11, 2022 murder of his 35-year-old brother, Brad Kulak. And so these brothers, all right, and Yahweh Shai said that he was coming to bring division. Okay, he said that, those of a house are going to be divided, roughly paraphrasing, I'll get it in a little bit. But according to the probable cause arrest affidavit, a man who identified himself as Kulak called 911 to say another man was shot in the leg and deceased. The caller, using the victim's phone, breathed heavily and said, "Stay with me, bro." He said the victim wasn't breathing and had no pulse. Dispatchers asked the man, later identified as Kyle Kulak, how the shooting occurred. He allegedly responded that he doesn't know what the F happened and claimed he just arrived home and found the victim shot. The caller hung up and wouldn't answer any subsequent calls, according to the cops. Houston officers found the victim suffering from several gunshot wounds inside the bedroom of an apartment. The paramedics declared him dead. Detectives noted it appears someone had busted through the bedroom door. They found 3 shell casings on the ground. An autopsy determined Brad Kulak, who by then was divorced from his wife, suffered a gunshot to the back at close range. Ooh, damn, so you got shot in the back by your brother. Man, you got stabbed in the back twice by your brother. First he slept with your wife and then he shoots you in the back. That's a coward ass move, bro. You couldn't even look this man in the face. Cops interviewed a neighbor who said she heard 2 men arguing just before the shooting. One allegedly said to the other, "You slept with my wife?" Gunshots quickly followed. Detectives went to the victim's ex-wife, who confirmed she had an extramarital affair with her brother-in-law, Kyle Kulak, while her husband was deployed overseas, according to the affidavit. The Kulak brothers' mother told cops about an incident a couple months before the alleged murder, in which Kyle Kulak pistol whipped Brad Kulak. Two of Brad's co-workers reportedly confirmed the incident. The mother said Kyle would often stay in his brother's apartment and was likely responsible for the murder, detectives wrote. Damn, bro. So it really just seemed like the little brother's just a bitch ass nigga all the time. You pistol whipped this man too, a couple months prior. Like, man, I don't care if we related or not, man. Like, bro, you just not finna sit here and disrespect me. Detectives also learned that Kyle Kulak had allegedly threatened a co-worker in May 2021 by taking a selfie of himself holding a 9mm handgun, the same caliber weapon used to kill Brad Kulak, and sent it to a co-worker. Police found an empty 9mm gun case inside the apartment. Records showed Kyle bought the gun March 2021, according to the cops. Officers issued a warrant for his arrest July 15, 2022. The man who turned him in told Southern Minnesota CBS Fox affiliate KEYC that Kyle was posing as a veteran who needed work, so he allowed him to stay with him at his home, at least until his confession. The defendant is currently in the Carroll County Jail awaiting extradition back to Houston. Wow. That's crazy. So you killed your brother because you got found out, man. And brother, he probably shot him because the brother's finna whoop that ass, man. The scriptures say, let's get it. Let's go to Proverbs 6, verse 32. But whoso committeth adultery with a woman lacketh understanding. He that doeth it destroyeth his own soul. Right? Okay, so if you do that with another man's woman, it shows you have no understanding. Okay, because you wouldn't want nobody to do it to you, come sleep with your woman or mess with your property, because that's what a woman is. Okay, a woman is the property of a man. Okay, and you wouldn't want nobody to come, start messing with your stuff without your permission. Okay, or just messing with your stuff in general. But verse 33, a wound and a dishonor shall he get, that man that committed adultery. And it is a dishonorable thing, man. Okay, and it's a hard thing to come back from. Okay, taken from somebody who used to do that shit in the past, man. It's not a good feeling, bro, because you feel like shit. Verse 34, for jealousy is the rage of a man, therefore he will not spare in the day of vengeance. He will not regard any ransom, neither will he rest content, though thou givest many gifts. So it ain't going to be nothing to cool down his rage. Okay? Well, gunshot wound to the backwood. Okay, like what happened to the older brother. He was confronting his little brother, for the wrongdoing that he did, and the little brother shot him in the back. Exodus 20:14, thou shalt not commit adultery. All right. Leviticus 20 and verse 10. And the man that committed adultery with another man's wife, even he that committed adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. All right. So if we were still living in ancient times, the ex-wife and the younger brother would have got put to death, man. Okay, and righteously so, man. Okay, because y'all out here spreading confusion and doing things that are not convenient. Okay, let's go to the book of Ecclesiasticus, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 9, and I'm gonna start at the top. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. Right? That's pretty much, because we know that women are fickle. So at the end of the day, she trespassed against you. Hey, that's her death. They ain't got nothing to do. That she gonna bring judgment upon herself. Verse 2, give not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy sustenance. Mean not with a harlot, lest thou fall into her snares. Use not the company of a woman that is a singer, lest thou be taken with her attempts. Gaze not on a maid, that thou fall not by the things that are precious in her. Give not thy soul unto harlots, that thou lose not thy inheritance. Look not round about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary place thereof. Turn away thy eye from a beautiful woman, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, especially in this day and age, man, because the most beautiful women, I'm talking about those that's like bad to the bone, that's really good to look upon. They have some of the most ugliest personalities, man. That's why you can't go by looks alone. For herewith love is kindled as a fire. Sit not at all with another man's wife. This is the point right here. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thy arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire fall into destruction. And that's the thing that we need to try to get as far away from the destruction as possible. Let's move on to the next one. Still in Ecclesiastes or Sirach. Let's go to the 25th chapter and start at verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. The wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darkeneth her countenance like a sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he hear it, he shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. As the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so is a wife full of words to a quiet man. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. So there it goes again, saying, don't get all caught up in how these women look. Okay, like I said, the most beautiful ones be the ones with the most ugliest personalities. As soon as they open their mouth, it's usually get turned off. 22, a woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. Man is hella depressed. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. And I done dealt with women like that, man. But they want to get mad at you when you act nonchalant when they, hurt, or whenever they going through some stuff. But you ain't never been here for me when I'm in my distress, so why should I be there for you? The woman became the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh, and give her a bill of divorce, and let her go. Right. And that's what we're supposed to do. Okay. But we live in a society where, everything is geared towards the, uplifting the woman. So a lot of times we just got to deal. All right. Sirach 26:5. There be three things that my heart feareth, and for the fourth I was so afraid: the slander of a city, the gathering together of an unruly multitude, and the false accusations. All these are worse than death. But a grief of heart and sorrow is a woman that is jealous over another woman, and a scourge of the tongue which communicateth with all. Which means, somebody that can't hold water. All right, that's worse than death too. An evil wife is a yoke shaken to and fro. He that have hold of her is as though he held a scorpion. A drunken woman and a gatherer abroad cause a great anger, and she will not cover her own shame. The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her eyelids. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Watch over an impotent eye, and marvel not if she trespass against thee. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found it a fountain, and drink of every water near her, and by every hedge will she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. And that's pretty much plain. All right, if you can't read between the lines on that, then hey man, you need some help. Okay, these women are loose out here. So it says, hey, marvel not if she trespass against you, because these women are the weaker vessel. They're the one that sinned first. Okay, as I said, they're the ones that beginning to sin. They transgress first, not the man. All right, let me get this last one about Yahushua dividing the house. Luke 12:51. Alright, this is the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 51, and it's red letters. This is Yahushua speaking. Do you think, suppose ye that I come to give you peace on earth? I tell you, nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in the house, divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. I'm pretty sure brothers against brothers and sisters against sisters. All right, so it's going to be more reports of, these people doing the extreme when it comes to, deleting each other, man. And over the frivolous reason why I can't say that, that was a frivolous reason, because, I'll be ready to fight to kill somebody, too, if somebody slept with my wife. So. And then man. So I'm going to go ahead and end it there. I pray and hope this lesson was edifying, giving our praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem HaKakodash, double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, peace, blessing, safety, and salutation unto the hopeful elect, unto you believers and listeners out there. Shalom.